As we approach the end of year 2 of the Trevor Lawrence era, we're finally starting to see glimpses of the star quarterback we were promised. After a rookie season where the Jaguars handicapped themselves with one of the worst coaching decisions ever, it culminated in a year where legitimate questions could be asked over Lawrence and his play. Aiming to fix that, they brought in former Super Bowl champion coach Doug Peterson, and let's just say it's done wonders for their offense. Thanks to great scheming and design, we're finally getting to see the true Trevor. Put the AFC on notice. When a quarterback can identify man or zone pre-snap, he wins. He can operate ahead of the defense, finding the space and outwitting his opponent. There's many different ways to do this, with Doug Peterson implementing a blend of motion, alignment, and teaching reads to allow Lawrence to play ahead of schedule. The first tool in Peterson's arsenal is motion, forcing teams to run with receivers and reveal the coverage, or stay static and reveal zones or face questionable matchups. Against Tennessee, Jamal Agnew will motion from the bunch into a tight double set as Lawrence scans the field for intel. Corner Roger McCreary is in hot pursuit on the motion, indicating that this is man. And you can see both sets of corners signaling to each other that they're playing pass-off man coverage, covering each receiver depending on release. The Titans add an extra difficulty level by bringing the linebacker blitz and dropping the end, but Lawrence is not fazed. He knows exactly where to go. The right side of the formation involves a rub concept with speedster Agnew and the move tight end Evan Ingram. But with the defense playing pass off, any rub concept will be neglected. To the top of the screen, they have a beater, running a classic play D-go. That's a go route paired with an out. Both corners are around 5 yards off reading the tight alignment, but because both releases are going vertical for 10 yards, there's no way to pass anything off. The tight alignment also means Amani Hooker can't play with outside leverage like he wants to in cover 1, trying to force his receiver to where the help is, forcing him to give up an opportunity to the boundary. So the motion reveals it's cover 1 man, and there's a concept either side of the formation to defeat it, depending on which version they see. Play it straight up, and Ingram and Agnew get you on the pick, pass it off, and Lawrence attacks the out. Amani Hooker reads the concept and plays this fabulously, staying in prime coverage position, but Lawrence beats him with an even better ball. Focus in on Lawrence on the rewind. Watch how he's scanning the field, and confident in what he's seeing, he's able to play in the rhythm of the offense. As soon as he reaches the top of his mark, he winds up to throw, the hip coming through first to generate the power, helping flick the arm through. This is an absolute bullet in rhythm. Amazing what good coaching can do, huh? Here's more motion against the Jets, this time from a spread set, with Etienne short motioning inside Zay Jones to create a tight set. The Jets slide and DJ Reed drops off communicating with the safety, and with the too high look pre-snap, this looks like cover 4. Zay Jones' release is left for the safety, and Lawrence knows the comeback route is on. Again, watch the rhythm in Lawrence's play. He immediately identifies the defense on a nice steady dropback, keeping his footwork immaculate, allowing him to rip this up and over the flat defender right to the spot. And back against the Titans, Ingram will motion to form a very tight bunch set, something they love to do. And with Kevin Byard following him, this forms a pretty clear man coverage look on 3rd and long. Lawrence knows where he wants to go, taking advantage of the clear outside and taking the matchup of Marvin Jones on Terrence Mitchell. He literally snipes his man clean between the eyes, but the ball is dropped. Luckily, they get a ticky-tacky flag to make up for it. Good coaching means Trevor's eyes are in the right place on the dropback and he's prepared for the different look teams might throw at him, allowing him to stay calm and just react. The Jags again start out in that bunch set, motioning away into tight doubles. With Darren Bland following Kirk, this looks like man, but if you've watched our Dallas defense video, you'll know Dan Quinn loves to bluff with this, and drop into a Tampa 2. Lawrence identifies it immediately, calmly, and with no hesitation hitting Ingram on the hitch. And here's more confidence in what he's seeing, not even needing motion to read this. It's 3rd and short here, and Lawrence has his eyes on the linebacker. He breaks wide to cover the flat, so Lawrence immediately winds up, getting this out in under 2 seconds before anybody on the defense has a chance to react. And here it is again, this time from the bunch set. Lawrence reads the slide out wide to cover the threat in the flat, and it's out before anyone has a chance to even react. This bunch set is a staple of their offense and is again used here to attack the ever-popular cover 6. Playing quarters to the strength side and man on the backside, Doug Peterson will create a window to move the chains by making sure the flat is flooded with traffic, both with the release and the receiving threat. They send too long, meaning the quarters are one-on-one, and a sharp break to the boundary opens a window. Lawrence is in perfect tempo with the offense, releasing this right at the top of his 3-step drop, giving the DB no chance to play it. And of course, if you give him a solo matchup on the backside he likes the look of, he's not afraid to go after it, delivering a pinpoint precision ball to Marvin Jones on the 3rd down score. Something else you might notice while watching this video is the velocity with which he's throwing the ball. It's time we spoke about Lawrence in the upper tier of arm strength because he really is able to rifle it. Along with an incredibly quick throwing motion, he can not only get the ball to spots before the defense can react, but he's also able to get away with some truly outrageous late window throws. You don't want to see a whole tape's worth of these, and we've shown plenty to dispel that falsehood, but it's a great trait to have, especially when combined with the quick trigger release. Something else that's great is the sponsor of this week's video, Prop Shop. Prop Shop is a fun sports betting app designed to make the user experience more fun, live, and rewarding. Using a swipe system like Tinder, all you need to do is swipe left or right to make your selections. You can filter by league, team, players, or bet type, allowing you the ultimate customization over your parlay. Once you've made your selections, Prop Shop's UI makes it super easy to see how your lines are doing mid-game, showing the exact percentage for the bets at any given time. No more trawling through ESPN and trying to line up those numbers. It's all right there in the app. Prop Shop allows you to play with both free coins and real money. And thanks to partnerships with major sportsbooks like DraftKings, FanDuel, and BetMGM, you can use these coins to get real money rewards. Prop Shop is offering our fans a special gift of 5,000 coins for downloading their app with the link below. So make sure to give Prop Shop a go for your chance to win big. So we've talked a lot about rhythm in this video, and that's something that's important to most quarterbacks, but especially Lawrence. When he's hitting throws, he gets hotter and hotter and really starts throwing outrageous balls. These clips are all from probably his hottest streak of the season in the drive to end the Ravens game, throwing dime after dime. He's been criticized for lapses of inaccuracy and straight missing throws at times, and that's definitely a fair criticism, but they've often come when he's out of rhythm. So, how does Peterson get him there? Well, one of the best ways to get your young QB easy reads and throws is to put them on the move. Boot action, that's faking to the running back one way, then rolling out to the opposite, is an incredibly effective tactic, especially when paired with clever fakes and crossers. Here's a common variant you'll see around the league, with the tight end first coming in motion, before then working against the grain of the play as if he's running a wham block on the end, only to leak out into the flat with his defender lost in the chaos. And here's a Doug Peterson variant. Agnew will first go from right to left before curling around Lawrence on the orbit motion. Trevor will pivot and fake the ball to Agnew with the line flowing out right, only for him to wheel out left, finding a wide open Etienne, who has snuck out from running back to be the flat under. Another option for building rhythm is even more basic, and that's the screen game. The Jags are able to hit you with a variety of screens that are built off previous plays or give Lawrence a nice simple numbers count. We've talked a lot about the increase in 1-4 sets around the league, and the Jags are one team that's spamming it. If teams won't shift, it's an easy numbers advantage on the quick throw. Here it is again out of the bunch set. Etienne is positioned so that it's a 1-4 split and they have the numbers for a quick screen to him. But by bringing Etienne across in an RPO choice, the angles open better for the blocking, allowing Ingram to get to the boundary. And here's the same blocking side they used for hitting the under route on the boot, but Ingram will pass pro to protect Lawrence's blind side as he hits Etienne for a screen away from the fake boot. The Jags coaching staff has definitely noticed the Dallas defense wasn't playing wide enough, throwing screen after screen to get outside and wide. The last concept Peterson uses to get Lawrence easy throws is a play he'll have been running most of his life, and that's mesh. That's two players running shallow crossers aiming to cause a pick, and then one player settling in the middle zone between the two parting meshes. There's posts and wheels and stops you can add to it, but this is the basic premise. creating an easily identifiable crossing play with 1 or 2 options if this is covered. Ingram will release to run the middle hook, clearing the path for Tim Jones, and with the crosser coming from Zay Jones too, the Dallas second level are so close together you could throw a blanket over them. It's an easy find for Trevor, and Zay Jones shrugs off the arm tackle for a score. And Peterson just has so many variations of it. Here, they motion into their favorite bunch set, and instead of having one crosser as a pick, the entire bunch will run crossers to create traffic. Marvin Jones got to do a better job of acting, but the ref never called it, and Ingram jogs this one in. And here's the same idea, using the bunch to create multi-layers of traffic and picks, except this time the player running the under is the running back. Hasty is wide open, and a couple nice jukes take him to the 1 yard line. One last variety to look out for is their orbit motion variant. We showed the same motion earlier, and it's highly effective at creating confusion on the mesh. To combat motions, lots of teams will pass off the coverage or swap roles with a fellow defender to take away the speed and leverage advantage created by the motion, while turning it into an orbit motion can freeze multiple defenders. Who's supposed to pick him up now? His original defender or the change? Forcing teams to communicate this in a fraction of a second is rough. The Jets have 2 playing Agnew on the swing, leaving nobody taking Etienne on the wheel. And here it is once more against the Ravens. This time, 2 take the back and nobody takes Zay Jones, and Trevor gets this out on time under pressure. Great catch too. Just 1 win lies between the Jags and their first playoff berth since 2017. The upgrade from Urban Meyer to Doug Peterson is probably best measured in light years and has made a huge difference to their prize pick. Once you have a quarterback, you have a strong future. I still don't trust the owner, but for now, the Jags are in safe hands. Thanks for watching. Make sure to subscribe if you enjoyed. We drop a breakdown every week. And hey, you don't want to miss out on our draft coverage after the Super Bowl either. Take care.